Hey you guys, Woody here, what do you say? Sandkazer here, and today I'd like to talk about views. I think, I don't actually have any statistics for this, but my guess is that the majority of people who go on to make probably more than 10 videos probably have finance as a major motivation, right? For a lot of them, it might be the only motivation, right? The idea to sort of become someone who's very well known, very famous, has his own community, has a sort of place that he can sort of fall back on, have like a bunch of people who sort of agree with him and their respective values, that sort of thing. And those are things that they value a lot: community, sort of like solidarity, clout, etc. But the thing that they probably value the most, for a lot of people anyway, is wealth, money, views, right? And the thing is that when it comes to when it comes to making money on YouTube, right? To get money on YouTube, you need to get like a substantial number of views, right? That goes without saying, right? You never heard of like the millionaire YouTuber who can't get past, I don't know, like 10 subscribers. Or like the person who like, makes 100K a month, and he only has like what, 30 views. It's just not feasible. It's not possible, right? So you need to have like a substantial amount of views. So that's why a lot of people get negative over the idea, the fact that they're just not getting many views, right? There are some people who have put in hours and hours and hours of effort into like making a YouTube video, and it gets like nowhere, right? I know personally like a couple of people who have really like put their heart and soul into like this sort of thing, and they just haven't gone anywhere as a result of it, right? They're pretty much in the same place as they was before. I remember going to the train and meeting someone, and they told me about the fact that they'd been streaming for like 3 years, and they only ever get like 20 concurrent viewers at the very highest, right? Now, that can be very demoralizing if you sort of go in with the mentality that the views is all I care about, views is all I care about, views is all I care about. If you think about that, then of course you're going to feel sad. Of course you're going to feel like sort of thinking like, this is just a waste of my time, I'm not going anywhere with this. But the thing to keep in mind is that you're not just practicing YouTube. When you talk in front of a mic and when you speak and when you orate your views, right, it forces you to sort of, okay, not have dead air. It forces you to focus on like your confidence skills because you're putting yourself out there, right? It's not something that anyone can do, right? Just be able to talk into a mic. Right now, there's only me. It's like one-way interaction. There isn't anyone else going on, right? It's just me and this mic in front of me and like OBS, right? Now, that has its pros and its cons, right? So, one of the cons is that whenever you're in a conversation, you can usually tell whether or not you've said something appropriate or inappropriate. So, for example, if you've said something really funny and everyone else laughs, okay, that's like an indication that you're on the right lines. Okay, you said something good, right? You said something that like most of the people around you find interesting or worthy of conversation, etc. Right? But the thing is that I don't know when you listen to this video whether or not you're going to enjoy it or not. I have no way of knowing that, right? I have some indications. Maybe I'll read some comments. Maybe that might give me like some hints and stuff like that. But it's not really bulletproof, right? Um, and that takes me on to one of the pros, right? Is that when you talk in front of a mic like this, right? With other people, you usually have to organize things. You have to say, okay, we'll meet up here, we'll meet up there, right? But with a mic, you can literally just do it whenever you want, whatever you want, at any given point in time, right? So, for example, I have decided that I'm going to be publishing 3 videos a week, right? Now, where does it say in like my contract or anywhere else for that matter that I have to do that? Nowhere. I'm just doing it, right? Because I want to do it. I want to express myself creatively. I want to talk into a mic. And just realizing that views should never be your focus, right? So for example, I think for like the last 4 videos I've had like 0 views, 0 subscribers, right? Now this was pretty devastating for a lot of reasons, right? Well, devastating, actually, yeah, it was pretty sad, all things considered. And I had recently, I've been making videos, and a couple of them got like over 100 views. 1 or 2 of them got like 3 likes, 2 likes, that sort of thing, right? And to go from that to like nothing, absolutely nothing, it can be quite disheartening. But it's really quite simple, right? At the end of the day, like YouTube is governed by a series of algorithms, right, and equations, right? If you don't publish videos, you're telling YouTube, okay, don't push my content anymore, right? So how can you like get upset or feel sad or whatever it may be over the fact that you're not getting attention when you're not putting in the effort, right? It's really that simple. There's nothing more to it. It's not a science here. Like it's just if you don't put things in, you won't get things out, right? It's like literally, it's almost like a function, right? If you put in content, you will get views, right? Now, obviously, there's like some qualifications with that, right? So, for example, it has to be the right content in the right sort of format at the right time, etc., etc. So, once you include enough qualifiers, then it becomes true. But when you're just starting out, it doesn't matter if you have 0 views. It does not matter in the slightest, right? I don't care if I get 0 views for the rest of the year. I'm still gonna make these 3 videos, right? Because that's just what I've told myself. It's a part of my habit. It's a part of my routine. That's all that matters now, right? So yeah, I just want to leave it at that. This is Sam Kaiser logging off. All the best.